Yes, let's start. Okay, so we studied about the filter function yesterday. So what does filter function do? What is a filter function? It's a what? It's an higher order function. Okay, what does it do? It iterates over the array one by one, and in each function it also passes the what do you say that
It will check the
the
callback.
item. Yes. Also, I forgot to mention it yesterday. It has multiple parameters. You can study it from docs. Its first parameter is the item, which is existing in the array. Its second parameter is the index
Position.
of the item
Yeah, yeah.
in the array. So that also, maybe sometimes we'll have to, make logic based on the index. So its second parameter is index. And third parameter is the array itself. This array itself is its third parameter. It also comes as a parameter. So this is how filter function works. So based on all three information, whatever logic we want to build on that particular item and whatever decision making we want to do, we can do it over here based on the return string. Is it clear?
Yes, Lord.
Okay. So let's study the another uh, higher order function, which is map. You guys definitely have used a map because you guys are already working in React Native. So just tell me how and where did you use the map function?
Map is also it also iterates over the array line by line,
Mhm.
and it will give you the entire array back. Suppose
Entire
that,
array back.
yeah, the array,
Okay.
new array, it will give you.
Okay. It will give me new array, but you are saying that it will give me the entire array back.
I mean, uh, until then, until like how much it iterates. Suppose uh, we have one above example array is equals to 1 2 3 4 5, right?
Mhm.
If we write map function, it will give us the same array back. I mean, like it's new array.
Just fine. Okay. I'll tell you. You are partially right, but you're not completely right here. I'll explain how. So there's a new array. Same, similar to filter, it has the same syntax. Similar to this what do you say? Uh,
Like,
this filter function, it has same uh, you know uh, it accepts the callback function as a parameter. It accepts function as a parameter, which makes this function as a callback function. Okay. So now, what does map do? Basically, JavaScript has created map uh, so that, let's say, if I want to manipulate this entire array, say, let's say I want to double the value of each and every item over here. How do I double each and every item? I multiply it by 2.
yes,
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 correct. So how filter used to work? It used to call this logic to filter items function for each and every item. Similarly, map function will call this logic to map items function for every item. Here in filter function, we have written a decision making that, okay, if I want to have this item in my array or not. If for that particular item, this function return true, that item will be present in new array. If that function return false, that item will not be present in the new array. Now, in map, what do we return? What do we wanted? We
index,
want to double
yeah,
the items.
item
You know,
into,
so simply what we have to do is item into 2.
yes,
Any doubts in this?
no,
You want to see the output?
it will be double of each value.
Srividya, you for
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it doubles. Now let's make things a bit more complicated. These are the primitive types. Let's deal with the arrays, and I think I've already taught you the objects. So you might be able to answer this if you have understood and if you have revised the concepts correctly, what I've taught you yesterday. What I'm going to ask you through this map function, you should be able to answer. So let's assume you receive a list of employees, from the server. What is a list? It's nothing but an array. Okay. And that array consists of multiple objects. Each objects correspond to one employee. Okay. So name of the employee, let's say just one. Age of the employee. Let's not take it an age. Let's take course. Course will be, let's say, RM. Similarly, course is JS. Let's create another. Let's say I also have RM. Now, what I mentioned to you was the logic based on condition. Okay, let's also have so 5. Now, what I want you to do is let's build a logic. If whatever response you're getting from the server, the students, each array will contain the student object, multiple student objects. So array of students. So if any student has marks greater than 5, just hear me out clearly, okay? If any students have marks greater than 5 and that student is enrolled in the course JS, then change its course to RN. Did you understand what I've said? Just one, Srividya, the problem statement.
Got it.
Yes.
So what I want you guys do is, I want you guys to do is, I want you to change. Okay, before that, I'm sorry, I'm just cutting you short. I forgot to teach you another important thing. Let's just go back to our original array, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It printed the new array, right? Like we've seen,
Yes.
but with the double values. Correct. What about the original array? What is the value of it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Like I've told you that it actually turns us the new array. But also one more thing, what I've told you is array is what? A reference type. Object is what? A reference type. Just keep these points in your mind. What I was explaining you before, this student's array wala question. So just keep these points in mind and then try to solve this question. Then try to answer my question. What I'm going to ask you over here. Now, so my condition is
if
item dot
marks
marks
is greater than
5
5,
and
then course is JS
item dot course.
course is equal to JS.
Now what?
Then we have to return
What?
course as JS, course as reactnative.
What do you want me to write here?
Like if we have to change the course to reactnative, right?
How do I do it?
Return item
Hmm.
dot course
Okay.
is equal to RN
That's what you want to return? Do you think it's a valid expression?
no.
Basically, what you are doing here is, I'll explain you. What you want to do here is, let's console. Let's say this is a let statement, let a equal to 5. Now, what you are trying to do over here is, what do you think it will print? Is that a valid statement?
No, it is taking reference point.
It simply returns 6 because I'll explain you this concept later. That this is something to do how JavaScript engine works. When I'll explain you how JavaScript engine works. But this is not a valid expression. That's what I want to say. What we want to do is we want to change the course of that particular item who's having the marks greater than 5 and course equal to JS. We want to change that item's course to React Native now because it has achieved the marks greater than 5 in JS only. But are we changing it? We are not changing it. We are returning it. So how do we do it? Okay, here what did we do? Let's forget this. Let's comment again.
We can use the spread operator first, and we can.
Just give me a second. Just one.
Okay.
Okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 item multiply by 2. What did it do for us? Original array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New array is 2, 4. How it came it to be 2, 3, 4, 5? Because we multiplied each item by 2 and we return the result. Correct. That means in this case, it was a primitive array. And we returned a primitive result only. Now in this case, what is it? It is a composite array of composite items, right? So what do we have to return? What do we have to return over here? If I want to keep this array as intact as possible, see, again, what I can also do is, okay, let's explain this to later. Okay, let's simply just say, I just want to keep this array as is, but I just want to change the course of 2 students who are currently enrolled in JS, but having marks greater than 5. I want to change their course to RN. That's my only ask. So in this case, like you can see, which student falls in that condition? Srividya, right?
Yes.
Marks greater than A and course is JS. For the rest of the items, we can I want to keep as is.
Yeah.
Okay. So now think and tell me what should I return? And also think it like this, that for each item, it should return something. Because if it doesn't return something, if a function doesn't return something, then it means it is returning undefined. Okay. let's say it's a function A, and okay, it doesn't return, it's an empty function. Let's say if I say console.log prints A, is it returning anything? This function A, it isn't returning anything, right? So if I say console.log A, or let's say let val A, I just want to see that if I'm not returning anything from a function, what does it return? Just see that. What does it run? Print A, it prints undefined. So what, just focus on these three lines. What I wanted to say is, when I'm calling a function which is not returning anything, the value will get populated with undefined. So any function which does not return anything, we get undefined. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to make the point here, if you don't return any item, so it is iterating one by one, and it is mapping that item. If you don't return any item for that iteration, in place of that item, what JavaScript do is it will place undefined. For example, let's say if I do it like this, then you will see that in new array, undefined, undefined, undefined. Is it clear?
Hmm.
Because we have not returned anything from the function. So it iterates, it see that we are not returning anything, it returns undefined. For second iteration, again, we are not returning anything, it returns undefined. Third, same, undefined. So what does it return in the new array? Undefined, undefined, undefined. I'll explain you also what does undefined mean today. It is a very interesting concept in JavaScript. So far, is it clear? Just one, Srividya.
It's clear.
Okay, great. Now coming back to our question. What should we return? Now you also know that for each iteration, it should return something. And if I return from here, that means we are already done for the iteration for which this condition is passed. What about those iteration for which this condition is not passed? We are not returning anything, right?
Yes.
Then what will it place in place of that item? Undefined, right? Because we are not returning anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So the point I wanted to make here was you have to make sure that in map function, you return for each and every item. That is the bottom line which I wanted to convey.
Good.
Okay. Now come back to our question. Now what shall I return here?
Return item.
Return item. Just think what it will do. You have made a condition that okay, for marks greater than 5, item JS scores, you are returning an item. But are you making any changes in the item?
No.
So is it relevant to just return the item?
It will give the same values.
It will give the same value.
Just normal returning the item, that's it.
But it will give the same value for what? This second item only. For first and two, it will give you undefined because this is
Conditions are not.
we are not returning anything.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that later. First, just tell me how do we just make it happen? How do we change it? If I want to change anything in the object, how do I do it? Let's say this is an object. Let obj val1 equal to 1, val2 equal to 2. Now I tell you that change the value of val2 to 3. How do you do it?
Object dot value 2 is equals to 3.
Simple.
Array dot
So what is stopping you guys to tell the same thing here?
can we use array dot?
No, we don't have to use array. Just
No,
forget about it. It is just an item.
in the item there will be
What is an
individual
item here? What is an item here?
object values.
It is an object only, right?
Yes, object.
Similar to this object.
Yes, object dot
Then what is stopping you guys to do this?
item dot course equal to rn.
Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now you have made this condition successfully.
Change the value.
But what about the other values? Do you what do you do with the other things? For the other items, we want to return as is, right? Because that doesn't lie in the condition.
Yes.
So how do we do it? What do we do? Eventually, just make sure that this function has to return something.
Yes, below that.
Below
Return.
that where?
There itself.
Here itself.
Yeah.
Srividya, are you following?
Yes.
For this return is for function. Above return is for the condition.
Condition. Okay. So if I tell you that if I remove this, is it any problem for you guys? Because see.
Oh, the same works. Why? Because
Yes.
condition.
Exactly.
The condition gets true, it will return the item.
It will change the item, but eventually it has to return the item, no?
Yeah.
So just make sure that whenever you write any a callback in a map, it returns something always. Otherwise, you will get undefined. Why I am teaching you in depth all these things? Because I have seen so many students of mine, they completely get stuck when they see all such things. They are not able to debug it, to be very honest with you, because they don't see how this undefined is coming. And I'm sure you will be able to definitely answer that how this undefined will be coming here if you see any bug in any of the code.
Got it.
Getting my point?
Yes, got it.
So basically, the condition we made here is for one of the item, for any of the items, there could be multiple items. No, let's say I have made array of 3 only. There could be array of 300 also.
Yes.
Okay. So for each item, it will iterate.
It will check
And for any item, these conditions get true. It will change the course to RN. Where is it changing? In the item itself, it is changing. And it is returning that item itself. Getting my point? Now shall we print the new array? Now there's more to it. Okay, sorry.
Object.
Yeah. See, now Srividya's course has been changed to RN. Now, can anyone tell me, what if I print the console log for that array? What will be its values? Just think carefully about all the concepts which I've taught you regarding the objects so far.
It will be original array.
Are you sure about it? Just think again. Think quietly, think properly. Just take a minute. Both of you, just see what we are doing. Just analyze the code, what we are doing. Just think what we have learned yesterday about the objects. Then answer this question.
Like I'm thinking like here.
Will return this.
Item.
Sorry?
Change the array.
Sorry, just speak
Item
one word.
dot
Just
course.
Srividya, you speak first. Yeah.
Item dot course is equal to RN. And like here, is it taking any reference point or
That you have to
like,
tell me, no? That you have to tell
Yeah,
me.
I think it will be adding to the original array, and it will the original array will show as Rn only.
Okay, for Sri Vidya also you are saying it will show RN. Original array also.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Jaswant, what about you? What do you what statement do you want to make?
I'm thinking like yeah, that it's we are not passing directly reference. We are accessing the value in it.
Mhm.
I think it will show the previous one only. I'm thinking.
So it will show Sri Vidya's course as JS.
I'm thinking. Check doesn't. But little bit confused. But as per the reference, we are not using directly the reference, but we are just accessing and changing the value.
Mhm.
To that point, it need to show the new array only coming to Rn.
Okay. No, so now it should show RN or it should show JS.
As per point, it should show Rn.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
A little bit confused.
It shows RN.
Yeah.
Now you guys know. Both of you answered correctly. That's why it shows RN. I bet you ask this question to any of your colleagues. I bet you they won't be able to answer it. Okay, so this is something which I wanted to make you realize that we have to understand first about the objects, only then we'll move to React Native.
Got it.
Getting my point? It
Yes,
will
got
show Rn. Again, it is impacting what? Our original array. But we don't want to impact the original array. What we learned that map, what map is doing is map is actually returning us the new array.
So
That's what we have learned so far. No, but then
yes,
why is it getting changed? Because it is still returning the new array, but inside of the array only there are memory references for each of the object. This array is new. The array is new. By
the
what I mean is by array is new is the reference to that arrays is new. New array is having pointing to a separate memory location, and array is ARR is pointing to the separate memory location. But the
memory.
objects which are there inside of the array, they are still pointing to the same memory location. So this object and this object both are pointing to the same memory location. This object and this object are still pointing to the same memory location.
Got it.
So it is like you can imagine it like this. There are two lanes and there's a house which actually is between the two lanes. There are two gates to that house. So that house is also in lane number 1 and that house is also in lane number 2.
Both the directions will be towards.
Correct. So lane here represents the array and new array, but the house is same, no?
Yeah, but the direction is different. That's it.
Yes.
But the destination is same.
Destination is same. That reference is same.
Yeah, that's got it.
Getting my point? Now, you tell me how to solve it because you already know the answer to it.
Mm.
I won't explain it to you.
In 113, I think in 113 line, can we have to use spread operator
Size
instead of like three dots.
How do I do it?
113 line.
No,
Number
but tell me the
113.
type the syntax.
Line number 113 const new array is equals to dot dot dot.
So dot dot dot.
Hmm. array dot
Where array? Where shall I put the array?
here here
Like this.
no arr
Dot.
not map.
What does it do?
But it should be in array, no?
That's what I'm telling you. See,
Okay.
eventually I told you, right?
Spread and
This,
rest operator, there are arrays, so it should be in array only.
no, what I'm saying is, okay, when did we use this spread operator yesterday in array? Where we wanted to have the new reference to that array.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember this or not?
Yes.
Here.
In the
We wanted to have the new reference to the array.
Yep.
But I'm telling you that map and filter already give you the new reference to the array. Why do you want to spread the array here then? The problem doesn't lie with the array. The problem lies with the object.
in the condition.
No, I'm telling you the problem.
Yeah,
doesn't
got
lie-
it. Got it.
Ah,
Again,
sorry.
In the item, there we are returning, no?
Okay.
There we can use. It will.
How? How do we
Using-
use? How do we use it? Like this.
No. You can't use like that.
Okay. So what I taught you yesterday was there's a constant object.
Don't worry.
I want you to create a new reference to it. How did you do it?
Item equal to.
No, don't forget about item.
Okay. A is equal object. Okay.
Now I wanted you to create an object one.
Object 1 is equals to. Const object 1 is equals to. Yeah.
Now
Array
object.
spread
spread operator
obj.
So what is stopping you guys to use it here itself?
So
Create
Item-
a new constant. No.
Yeah, we
const new item
only normal.
item.
What is stopping you guys to do it?
Good.
See, whenever I always tell my students, whenever you are stuck that how do I do it in a complex logic, break it to the simpler one like this. Always break it to the, the atoms. Is this clear?
Yeah, it's
Shall we print it now again? RN, JS. Clear?
yes, got it.
This
Can we do it in any other way?
I was telling you that only.
Const new item we can
Now,
it after array only, no?
Sorry?
This we are creating copy of array, right?
We are not creating a copy of array. This is an
I
object.
mean, like, sorry, not copying.
So basically what we did here was we created a copy. We created a new reference.
Yeah.
So basically we took this house and we brought it to another lane.
Yeah.
Okay. Where it will altogether be a separate house. We created a copy of the another house. We actually, we did not take that house. We actually built a new house similar to that one.
Yes.
and we are comparing with the old one only, right? And like in
So
condition,
no,
new
that is
item dot marks or it will be item dot marks.
nothing. It doesn't matter. Because
Okay.
eventually, item or new item, the values will be same only, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can also use the new item over here. Doesn't matter.
Just it is giving new object.
It's just copying the previous object.
It's not. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's giving new.
Correct. Copying but creating a new reference.
Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Now, the better way to do it would be, I'll explain you how. Let's first understand how spread operator works. Basically, what spread operator do is, I told you yesterday also, when we do dot 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 obj, what it does is it first will do, it will copy VAL1, 1,
Yeah.
then VAL2, 2. That's how
Hmm.
spread operator works, right? One by one, it
Yeah.
copies. Now, okay, first let's do like this. Let's say we have an object. Let's forget it. Forget this line. Now, if I say val1 equal to 2, what will be its value? We have val1 equal to 1.
Well,
We have
Hmm.
val2 equal to 2. We have again val1 equal to 2. Or let's make it 5. Val1 1, val2 2, val1 again 5.
Okay.
So if I ask you to print obj.val1, what will be its value?
5.
Why?
It will, the objects, I think the objects will take the latest one.
The object will
And
take the
compile, uh, like the latest one will be compiled last with
correct,
what is.
correct. Again, your answer is correct. So why can't we do something like this here? Think about it. Or it doesn't have to be the new item. It can be
yeah,
item only.
got it. It will take the same item and just it will change the course name.
But what it is doing over here is, instead of
Course,
creating,
it is, we have to declare it's item dot course
where?
here in 113 line number.
What
We
do you
have
say?
we have
Item.
written no, we have returned the spread operator with item,
Yeah.
comma, course to React Native. Instead of that, item dot course, or it will be course only.
No,
Will it print?
No, I didn't understand your question. Sorry.
Here,
Just tell me, what
only
do I type here?
course you have. Yeah, only course you have declared, right? On
No,
the
I have not
object.
declared the course. I have spread the item. So this similar to this. If I do it like this,
Okay, got it. In the
now,
object, we
sorry, that is
are
my bad.
adding it.
I should have taught you that. I wanted to go there. So
dot
if I
value.
do this,
Yeah. Mm.
it should
Value.
be val5, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Similar to this.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So now what it is doing is, so we don't every time have to create a variable. We can directly, return the object also like this, because eventually
got it.
when we do a curly brace, no, it anyhow creates a new reference.
Okay.
So we created a new reference, we spread the items, we change the item. And for the other items, we can also return item. We don't have to return the new item. Because see, what item we are changing here? What problem? The items we were changing, only that were creating the problem, because it was changing the original array, no? The other items which are not, the other items which we were not changing, that was, we don't have to deal with that, no? If
Yeah.
Jaswant RN10 is there, similarly, it should be there itself. Then we don't have to take care about its reference. We only have to take care about the reference for those items which are being changed. Getting my point?
Yes.
So now let's say there could be another use case where someone would have asked you to say that, okay, please in an array, please iterate over the array and return for each student the code should be RN. Then it should be simply like this:
Dot
item
dot
course
course is equals to
Rn.
The course with RN only it will return.
Correct. Is it clear? Any doubts in this?
No.
No, it's clear.
Okay.
Just spread the operator function, right?
Correct. Now, another aspect of array. Now, someone could have also, another aspect of map function. Someone could have also told you to just only return. So you are receiving the array of objects. But I want you guys to just give me the name of the students in the array. That would be just array of strings, right?
Yeah.
How would you do it? What would you return here?
Item.
I didn't got the question. Can you?
Okay. My question is to you is, you are receiving the array of items from the API. Okay. But I want you to only filter out, or not filter out, I want you to only return me the name of the students. I don't care about the course and marks.
Okay.
Just give me the name of the students.
Return
name.
item.
Sorry.
Item dot name. If not,
Return item dot name.
Name.
Correct. Now you understood what actually a map function is. Is it clear?
yes, go.
Yes.
Instead of objects, there could have been array of array also here.
Yeah.
The same problem could have lied here also, the references. If let's say someone would have asked you to change the items inside of the original array and iterate over each array inside of the each array and change the item wherever you found 2, change it to 3. Then you would want to make sure the original array remains intact and you create a new reference to of that array similar to this.
Yes, got it.
What my question?
Got it. Got it.
Srividya?
Yeah. In that array, what they are asking to change?
Okay.
Two.
Let's say there's an array. Let's say there's an array. Then 1, 2, 4. There is 2, 5, 8.
Hmm.
Then there's 2, 2, 2. So basically, wherever there is 2, no, I wanted to replace it with 3.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to replace it with 3, but original array should remain intact. So what I'm trying to say is, just like you used array
Three.
operator here, no, you should use spread operator here as well. This is your first assignment. This is your first question which you have to do. Take it. I'll paste it in the chat. You got the question right?
Yeah.
2 should be replaced by.
2 should be replaced by 3.
Yep. Got it.
Clear? Another homework for you is, there's another higher order function which we use, but it is not widely used as a filter and map. But you can just read about it and we can discuss it in tomorrow's class. So this is reduce. So this is something which you have to tell me tomorrow. Okay, let's move ahead. So map is clear, right? Filter is clear. Map is clear.
Yes.
So now I am hoping you should be able to answer each and every question related to map.
We understood. See, we understood it.
Huh.
If you want to give the exact meaning, if someone interviewer or ask someone,
Mm-hmm.
How can we define? Suppose we give you normal answer, but they ask to elaborate it.
No, map for map function, you can just you just have to say that okay, it will just map function is used to make changes in the item of the array.
Okay.
That's it. Then if someone wants you to elaborate it, then it's up to you. You can give the example of 1 multiply of 2 as well. If you want to go more in depth, like the interviewer wants, then you can give the example of the objects as well, like I explained.
Okay.
You can explain the references.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how the interviewer, ask the questions. This was regarding the map. Another thing which I wanted to, okay, deep learning and shallow cloning. This is what I'll teach you.
Yeah. Good. Yesterday we have.
Yeah, we learned about cloning yesterday, but we didn't learn about deep cloning. So basically, spread operator. I'll explain what deep cloning and shallow cloning is. Let's say we have a obj address. We have a city. Let's say right now I'm in Mumbai, so I'll say Mumbai. And let's say if what do you say? What do you say? State is Maharashtra. And let's say
Pin code.
not pin code. I want to make it as an object. Object within an object.
Okay. Nested object.
Let's say is equal to floor second. Okay, so we have an address object where we have the city, we have the state. Now we have the house, which is again an object inside of the obj address. It has the number, it has the floor. What we have learned so far. If I want you to change the city without hampering the original object, what you will do? Tell me.
Will return
No, we don't have to return over here. No, it's just a simple object. Why do we have to return? We were returning in the map function because it was expecting us to return in the map function. But it's just simple object. No, it is outside. It is not inside of the map function.
Okay.
So my basic ask is, you have an object. I want you to change the city.
Obj address dot city.
Spread operator with object address.
Spread operator with obj address, comma.
That's it.
Comma.
Okay. There are two ways. Now I can do it.
Dot city.
Dot city is equals to.
Okay. Either I can do it like this, or I have taught you the another way.
Itself you can.
Comma.
City is equals to Dehradun.
City is equals to city.
Correct?
Yes.
Now tell me, how do you change the floor number?
House dot obj address house dot floor. Floor is equals to floor 2, 3 or 4. Now here.
Now, what do you think? Has it impacted the original object or not?
Is equals to it is just like.
So let's forget about Dehradun for now.
In
Let's
this
forget
place
about
of
Dehradun.
city here, comma,
Sorry, I didn't get it.
now we have a obj address, comma, above
here.
line 128, yeah, there, comma, house dot floor.
It's not a valid syntax.
Yeah.
Because in object, it
There is
can
another-
only be key value pairs.
Yeah.
Key value.
Okay.
We can't use dot syntaxes like this.
You need
Okay.
to go for again flower brackets.
Flower back.
Yeah, correct. So what do you want to do? Like this?
No, flower back.
Where? Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
House is 2.
where do you want to put the house?
Inside there itself.
Inside the flower base.
House.
So again flower brackets.
Okay.
Here, floor,
Floor.
semicolon, 2.
Okay.
I think flower brackets is not required inside the house, I think so.
This is not required.
Just
Or
floor
this is not required.
inside.
Semicolon.
This is not required.
Semicolon is not required, I'm thinking.
Written this.
It is not required.
No, semicolon is required. Through that only we are accessing. No, it's an object.
Okay. So what is not required? I'm not getting it.
Outside
Where outside? Just
house.
here. This bracket.
Yes.
It is not required.
Not required.
Okay. Okay. But you are writing it floor number 3 like this. Let's say there were 100 keys. You have not written the number here. So you want me to write the number here because we don't want to lose the information. No, we want to keep the original information as intact. So you would want me to write the number also here. Let's say there were, let's say 50, 60 key value pairs inside of the house. Then would you have written the 50, 60 key value pairs manually here?
No, this floor comma number.
Then what you should have done? Let's say there are 50 items like this. Like this, there are 50 items. Do you want me to write one by one here?
No.
Then what's the better way? You have catched actually what I wanted to explain. You are almost there. Just think closely and you will be able to crack it. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you will answer this, but you have reached, you have cracked it 90%.
We can just clone it. No.
What is house here?
Object.
House is a object of obj
Hana?
address.
Simple. Right.
Obj address dot.
So if I do it like this,
Which address?
is there anything wrong in this?
No.
We have to change the floor to 3. Floor 3, right?
It's 2, 3. It's newer.
Okay, we are storing the house, the original house, and we are changing only
okay,
floor.
think of it like this. Think of it like this. Forget this. Forget this for now. What does it does? What does it do?
It's cloning the original.
First, let's see. First, let's print it. Okay. Though it have cloned the original object, But when we change the floor of in the new object, it still impacts the floor in the original object. See, both are 3.
Yeah.
Correct? That is a problem statement that we don't want to impact the original object. So till here, it has handled. Now, if I change the city to Dehradun, in original it will still be Mumbai, but in new it is Doon. But when I'm nesting inside of the object, it stops working. Why it stops working? Because this again is an array, no? It also is a reference. It must be storing somewhere, and we are still pointing to that.
Yeah, got it.
We also have to create a new reference for this object also.
Yes, yes, yes.
So how do we do it? House
East.
is
Got
an house is an object. So we create a new object for the house. We created the new object for the house. How? By just these empty braces. Now we want to also keep the all the values of the house. How do we do it? I told you by the spread operator.
same objective address.
Now it has copied number and floor. What do you want to
Yes.
change? You want to change the floor.
Floor. Yeah.
If you want to do it like this, it will also work. Because this is a new reference now, and you are directly making the changes in the new reference. Or you can also do it like this. Get it?
Got it.
Any questions in this? So far, good.
Yeah.
So in short, what I wanted to explain you is this spread operator does the shallow cloning
Yes.
because it doesn't help us with the nesting. If we have the nesting of the objects or array, there could have been array also. Let's say there's an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the original. And let's say I say new object array dot array dot push dot 6 will still show in the original array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rather, what we did was we just pushed in the array of the new object. What should I have done? I told you already.
Clone.
New obj array dot array push 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got my point?
Yes, yes, good.
Srividya.
Yeah. Yes.
So this shadow cloning is being done by spread operator. For deep cloning, you can write a recursive function, or there's a library known as Lodash.
Yes.
So there's a library named Lodash. What it is nothing but developers like you and me have written some functions inside of this library. So one of the function is deep cloning. You can also write it by yourself. So basically, deep cloning is nothing but a recursive function. So you have cloned till the one level of nesting over here. You have solved the one level of nesting. Let's say if there is another object inside of house only, it will be very difficult to you for you also. No, now this also to write this one by one, one by one, one by one, right? Because from server you don't know what type of response could have come. Getting my point?
Yes, good.
From server there could be any number of nesting. Inside of this object also there could be another object. Here you are able to do this because you know the structure of the object. But if response is coming from API, you don't know the structure of the object. Then how do you clone each and every item? So if you know that, okay, I only want to clone 1 or 2, 3 items because these are the only items which I'm changing, then you can take help of the spread operator and you can just, clone it, just those items only. But let's say where you don't know the level of nesting and you are sure that you want to clone each and every item and deep down the nesting, then I would suggest either create your own function for the deep cloning using the spread operator, recursive function it would be, or you use the Lodash library, which has this built-in deep clone function. So what you have to do is, when you install this Lodash library, you just have to, it will give you deep clone function. Let's say this object address has n number of nesting till n level. We don't know. It could be 30, 40, 60. You just have to pass the obj address. It will return you the new object with all the new references of all the objects or array inside of it.
Okay, for every object, it will give you new reference
Yes.
directly.
Directly.
Instead of writing
Directly we can
underscore.
like we can say obj address dot floor
Correct. You can do.
instead of using the
Yes.
spread for
Yes.
everything.
Yes. So that's how deep cloning is, no?
Yes.
At n level of nesting, it will provide you the new references.
Got it.
Mhm.
This deep clone function is built by developers of Lodash library. You can also build it of your own. But it's a very common saying in the development, if a wheel is already invented, why to reinvent it again? Yes, you should do it. I would suggest you should do it for your learning purpose because you are in the learning phase. But when you are delivering a project, you are delivering a critical project, you should avoid reinventing the wheel. You should also you should try to find what is already available and you should be able to directly use it.
Mm.
Is it clear?
Yes.
I wanted to teach you execution context, but it itself will take a separate lecture in itself because this is a very vast concept. Normal function was arrow function. This should only be clear after you know what is execution context. Okay, so then tomorrow I will take the class for the execution context. What is execution context? What is global execution context? What is, we'll also try to understand what is a this keyword, how functions are executed in JavaScript. So I'll tell you, okay, I'll just give you a brief of what I'm trying to say here. I think I already have this project up and running here, which we created that day. Then we have what do you think its output is? Sorry. What will be the output?
In the execute, in the
For
function,
us.
it returns 10.
It returns or it prints.
Yeah, it prints, sorry, prints 10.
Okay, print send. What does it return? And what does this execute function returns?
The value of A.
Uh,
I mean, like
Why
we are
will it
log.
why will it return the value of a log? I just told you if function
We
is
are
not returning anything, it will return
we are,
undefined.
yes, but
By
we are
return, I mean what actually does it return? This function.
undefined.
It will return undefined only. No, if I console log this, it will return undefined.
we are
Just don't
not
forget
declared.
this concept.
We are not returning anything, so it's undefined.
It's undefined. Okay. So let's just say, let's execute that. It's from the different. Yeah. So by this, I have put a debugger here. You see, there are a lot of sections here. This says it is a scope. This says it is a call stack. What are all these? Have you ever seen?
Yeah, global scope and global means like declarations.
What declarations?
I mean, like the global declaration refers to that the value can be used anywhere.
Mhm,
Scope means just like now we were using variable a is equals to 10, right?
mhm.
Should be used in the function itself, and I mean like in the block scope itself.
Okay.
I am not much aware, but I have the.
Okay. So basically, see, I have put a breakpoint over here. That means I have not even executed this code yet because this is yet to be executed. JavaScript, is a synchronous single-threaded language. What does synchronous means? That it executes
And by
each and every statement one by one. That's what synchronous means. What a single-threaded means? It takes one statement at a time. It cannot take multiple statements at a time. Synchronous means it runs one by one in the order. If in the order, this line is written first, and this line is written second, and this line is written third, then it will JavaScript will execute this in this order only. That first this line will execute, then this second, then this third, then this fourth. So this is what synchronous means. Single threaded means it only compiles or takes one statement at a time. So
Okay.
JavaScript is a single threaded and synchronous language. Okay. So now if my breakpoint is here, my code is stopped here. My code is stopped here. Right? So what do you think? What do you think? If I print the value of A here, I'll rerun it again. Okay. So if I console log A, but I have not declared it yet, this line is not executed because console log A will execute first, and then where A equal to file will execute.
Hmm.
Then if I do console log A, what value does it print? Or is it throw me some error?
Variable not declared kind of.
Okay. Uh, just one. What do you think?
I think it will.
It'll what?
But
Print 5.
being asynchronous, it will go on step by step, right?
Okay. So again, correct, you're correct. It will go step by step. But we are declaring the value of A5 here itself in the line number 31. but we are console logging the value of A in line number 29.
So A is not declared still yet.
So A is not declared. So is it an error or is it compiled successfully, or it will print something?
It will print variable not declared.
So that means an error. It's not like JavaScript doesn't return anything like variable not declared. Either it's an error or it will execute successfully. Okay, let's see it. I'll play it and let's see what does it do. Just give me a second. Sorry. My bad. Just give me a second, please. So I'm just having three things: console A, var equal to 5, and function A equal to this. I'll rerun it. Okay. Now if I do console log A, you see what does it print here? Okay, I'll make it a bit clear here. What does it say?
Undefined.
So that means it compiled successfully. If it would have compiled successfully, you would have seen a red error on the console screen. So that means it's a valid JavaScript program. And I've been keep on telling you that the concept of undefined is a very interesting one. So here comes your pictures. So how the code is executing in a JavaScript file is, in a JavaScript is in two phases. The first phase is memory allocation phase. The second phase is code execution. So what happens is I put a debugger here. When I reload it and the control comes here, at this point of time, this first phase, this memory allocation phase, already gets completed. And when the code execution phase starts, it puts my control here on the first item of the JavaScript file. So what I'm trying to say is memory allocation hasn't happened. Now the code execution is about to happen. And that's why it stopped here, because we have put a debugger. Now, if memory allocation has been happened, so that means there must be some values associated with A and execute function also, right? So let's just see, because what we are doing here, we are writing this, just outside. Just outside means there is this code is not written inside of any class or any function. This is just a loose code. So if it's a loose code, it will be in the global space. So you see a global space here. So I'll just show you. You see the value of A is what?
Defined.
Undefined. How is it happening is when JavaScript compiles the code, it first gets done with the memory allocation phase. So how does it do is it first start skimming through each and every line. So it sees, is there any memory to be allocated here? It finds that there is nothing to be allocated here. Then it comes on to the line number 53. It says that, okay, there's a variable declaration. Okay, so what JavaScript does is it declares a variable A in the global space and assign a special value to it. What is that special value? That special value's name is undefined. So wherever you see undefined, you just say that JavaScript has not yet declared it.
Okay.
So when I yesterday told you that it's a bad syntax to put a check on undefined, why I said it was, is it there? If you remember, we put a check here yesterday.
Yes.
And I told you that it
Undefined.
shouldn't be there. Why it shouldn't be there? Why it shouldn't be there? Because undefined is a special keyword, and we can make a check. It is not problem. We can definitely make a check on undefined. But as a community of a JavaScript, what community member says is you should avoid putting the check on undefined, because undefined is a special keyword which JavaScript has reserved for those values for which the memory has not been allocated. The memory has been allocated yet, but it has not been declared. Getting my point?
Yes.
Got it.
So that is why it is undefined. And I will also show you that this execute will also be here. You see?
Function.
How is it execute? How is it happening? How is it happening? Because JavaScript has first executed the memory allocation for all these things. It comes on line number 53. It finds A. It declare the value to undefined. It allocates the memory for it. Then it comes that okay, there's a function. It puts this function as is in this global case. As is. So that means I can also do it like this. Before even this function is declared, I can still call it. A's value is undefined. Okay, that we have seen. A's value is undefined. Now, why is it? Okay, I have not saved it. Sorry. A's value is undefined. We have seen here. I have cleared it. Now let's see what does execute. Because see, now the control on execute didn't even came, but we are executing the function. Ideally, in any of the other languages, no, this would throw error, and it will say that you have not even declared the function yet, and you are trying to use it. But in JavaScript, the memory has already been executed to this function, and it is already in the global space, and that is the reason we are able to use it. See the value 10. Now the value is 5. Now, if I print the value of A after a declaration, definitely it will print 5 here. Is it clear?
Yes, got it.
So what I've shown you here is memory allocation and then code execution. This is what an execution context means. This is an execution context. So everything in JavaScript, just hear this statement out very clearly. Everything in JavaScript happens inside a execution context. So there are two phases to the execution context. First is memory allocation. Second is code execution. Memory allocation, I told you, it skims through the code, the entire code, and it allocates memory in the space. And in code execution, it synchronously runs one by one, and execute the code.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, got it.
No, I will also tell you tomorrow that what is a call stack. We'll continue from here. Okay. So I have given you two questions for today. And you also have to revise whatever we have studied so far. And you also have to read about what a call stack in JavaScript is. And we'll discuss about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. And from tomorrow, no, I'll start pacing up the things a bit.
What is the second question? First one is the array, replacing the array of
Second one,
with 2.
Wait a second.
What is the second?
reduce.
Reduce function.
Um,
Higher order reduce.
reduce. So what we have to do that?
You just have to study that what does it do. That's your
Okay.
homework.
Okay.
I'll just give you a hint that it again works on the array itself. But how does it work? What does it do? That you have to study.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. And the third one is you have to revise each and everything what we have studied done so far, and you have to study about what this call stack is.
Okay.
You understand what a stack means, is right? What is a stack?
Compile time.
No, stack
One
is
stack is a collection of
it's a data structure.
Yeah.
It's a data structure.
One.
Stack means first in,
first.
last out.
First
So,
and last. Yes.
so basically, if you have the stack of books, so the book you first, put,
Mm. Mm.
it comes out last
Yes.
because it's a stack. Similarly, stack is a data structure. So similarly, this is a call stack. So what this call stack does, it's a very interesting and knowledge heavy, concept. Just learn about it, and we'll discuss it tomorrow.
Okay.
And from tomorrow, we'll be pacing up the things.
Okay.
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 And I will.
And
I have. Yeah. Just
one thing, Himanshu, just right now in this code, in line number 51
Uh-huh.
and 52, whatever it may be,
Uh-huh.
first thing is it will allocate the memory.
Yeah. The memory allocation phase.
Memory allocation phase. Okay.
Yeah. In the memory allocation phase,
Yeah, the
in the
value of
global
A.
context, A is declared as undefined
Why?
because
Because
uh,
A is stored in the memory,
yeah,
but there is no value for it.
there is no value for it.
So it is undefined.
It has a value for it. It has a special value
Okay.
which is undefined. JavaScript creates a
Okay. Got
special
it.
values.
Got it. Got it. And execute of function is there, right?
Yeah, execute gets the space as is in the memory, in the global space.
Yeah, this is also undergo first memorization phase, right?
Obviously, this is right now. See, the control is here only. No, line number 51. We have not
Yeah.
executed anything yet. Everything is commented.
Yes.
So that means the memory allocation phase has happened
Yeah.
for this function also. So this function also lies somewhere in the memory.
Okay.
So if we keep a debugger only on 52 line number,
So then this
what
this
it
line,
will
so then this line will automatically be executed. No,
If we
Yes.
comment the function means,
if we comment the function is what you want to comment it.
yeah, we want to comment. Just we are calling the
Very good question. Very good question. Let's just see. So the memory allocation phase happened for what?
only for execute of just
For
the word.
sorry.
Okay, we
So
got it.
the memory allocation happened for only A now. You won't find execute anywhere here. You see, it was here. Now it is not here. Now, if you are trying to call something which doesn't even exist, it will throw you an
Yes,
error. Reference error. Execute is not defined.
got it. Okay.
Similarly, if you do the same thing for A, it will do the same to A. Because memory allocation doesn't happen. No. Our compiler or JavaScript doesn't know what is A because A has never been declared. We're directly using it. Why it was able to know it before? Because a memory allocation happened. Get it?
Yeah.
See, okay. Here, first in the 51,
Hmm.
we have declared A.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I have declared A in
yeah,
line number
yeah,
54.
that's what yeah. If we comment line number 54,
I just did that.
yeah,
Yes.
then we get the undefined. Why? Because it will throw error. Why? Because
It will throw error.
uh,
It will not give you undefined. It will throw you error because A is not defined. Not defined and undefined are two different things.
yes,
If we comment 54 and if we uncomment this function execute, Then
If
if
we
we comment 54 line number and uncomment this, then it will take a value.
no,
What
it
will
will,
be the
yes,
51?
a good question. So it will throw error right here itself.
Yeah.
It won't even go to line number 53, 52.
The same. This is also same, no?
See, it tried to find A. It tried to find A in the memory. It didn't find it. It throw the error. It didn't
It
even
is.
execute. It even didn't execute this function.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So wherever JavaScript finds the error, it stops right there and it doesn't execute the next lines.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So this is how it works. So basically, A is not defined and A is undefined. These are two separate things. Not defined means it didn't find it in the memory.
Okay, got it.
And undefined it is there in the memory, but with a special keyword, which is undefined.
Yes.
Special placeholder value, which is undefined. So not defined and undefined are two completely separate different things.
Got
Okay.
it. So in the code, uh, can you just one? If we uncomment the 54 line, first it check for A. Here we have given, we have declared A value. So the memorization is there. Then it will,
Yes.
the code will execute.
Code will execute because it is able to find A in the memory, but with a special placeholder value, which is undefined. So it prints undefined.
Later, after that, it will go for the below line. It will check if the
Correct.
value exists. It will give that value.
Correct. It checks that if execute is there, it finds it in the memory. It finds in the memory here, execute is there. Then it also, execute it. And that's how it is printing the value 10.
First, we are memorizing, then we are adding value to that.
Two phases, memory allocation, code execution.
Okay, got it, got it.
Cool. Any other doubts?
No.